Lucas, the love of your life, had removed himself from your tumultuous romances. You've become numb from the sobs and crying. Lucas is gone, and you have no idea if he'd ever come back. You watch local community rugby, alone, in the sports field near your home. You phone Jessica and ask why Arno isn't picking up his phone. Jessica is mad at you. Jessica tells you Arno's phone got smashed yet again in the fight with Lucas. She tells you leave Arno alone, for both your sakes. You tell her Lucas left. You then ask if she could give Arno a message. Jessica says she won't let Arno be your rebound. You snap and say it's not like that. You say you care about her brother, but she cuts you off. She says she was wrong about Arno being the one who'll hurt you. She said she should have warned Arno about you instead. You tell Jessica you and Arno are friends before lovers, and that you just wanted to speak to him. You then hang up, mad about Jessica's confrontation. You notice Bradley Lee has been playing rugby this entire time and you hadn't even realized. After his match, he comes up to you at the bleachers. He leans over the low fence and asks what you're doing here. You two start speaking. He is sweaty, his rugby jersey clinging to his wet torso. You finally notice his massive biceps and impressive thighs. Bradley frowns when he notices you're upset. He jumps over the low fence and sits next to you. You hesitate, but eventually tell him you got dumped. Bradley laughs and asks if you're joking. You shake your head and his grin fades. His expression is both shocked and empathetic, his blue eyes filled with compassion. "Let me take you out tonight." "Not a date, just something to cheer you up," he says. You say it's okay, but Bradley Lee insists. You eventually agree. You remind him that it's purely platonic. He rolls his eyes and says he knows. Bradley Lee picks you up at 8:50 p.m. He's wearing a fancy chino pants, shirt, and shades. And he smells absolutely expensive. The smell of baby blue roses cling to his clothes. He opens the passenger door for you before you get in. You pull off his shades and try it on. He says you look absolutely stunning for a supposed platonic date. On the drive, you ask Bradley why he's also dressed so well tonight. Bradley shrugs and says he'll always dress well for you. You tease him and say the time in Tokyo did him well. He mimics your voice and you nudge his arm playfully. You hurt your hand when nudging his muscular, strong arm. Bradley Lee drives through the city, past the massive, lit-up buildings. You realize Bradley's driving through the business part of the city. You ask where you're both going. He looks at you, before winking playfully. Bradley Lee stops outside a busy car exhibition. Before you both get out the car, he tells you not to tell Alexander about tonight. You nod, and he opens the door for you. Bradley's tall body towers over you. He leads you through a crowd of car journalists surrounding various gorgeous cars. You and Bradley browse around at different cars valued in the millions. You feel a bit nervous being in the massive space surrounded by well-dressed car fanatics and buyers. You lose Bradley twice. And when you finally find him, he points to a car and asks if you'd ever get a car this gorgeous. You and Bradley test drive the vintage car. He lets you drive it through the city's quiet business district. He helps you handle the motor as you both make a racket driving through the city roads. The hour of driving felt like a mere 10 minutes. When you finally park outside the car exhibition, Bradley speaks to a car salesman. You wait patiently as he signs a few documents and signs a check. He turns to you and says he's bought the car for you. You ask what he means. Bradley tells you he brought you all the way here to pick out a new car. You tell him you can't accept his gift. He laughs and says it's his treat. He calls it a post-breakup gift as he hands you your car keys. You blush and feel delighted. He has someone drive his car back to his place so that he may drive you home in your new car. You let him inside your place and you thank him for the gift. He says you're welcome as he pulls you into a hug. You stand on your tiptoes as you hug his extremely tall body. His arms are hard and muscular. As you pull away from the hug, you both pause. You feel his breath on your face as he leans down to kiss you. Bradley kisses you rather aggressively, making you hot and flustered. You gently pull away. He gently strokes your cheek and asks what's wrong. You say it's too soon. Bradley Lee's hand traces your spine as he asks if you're sure. You say your brother, Alexander, would be upset at you both. Bradley says he's always cared about you and that it's none of your brother's business. You hold his large, warm hand as he stares back at you. He tells you Lucas is not coming back. You sigh and say you know. He looks at you with concern. Call me if you need anything. Remember, I stay just up the street. You know my address, he says. You nod and thank him. He hugs you again and plants a warm kiss on your cheek before he leaves your place. Sunday, 12:15 a.m. That night, you miss Lucas dearly. It's become cold, with rain pouring outside. Namibia, your puppy, cuddles up next to you to cheer you up. You feel impulsive and decide to visit him. You get in your new car and drive up the road. You knock on Bradley's door. You hope he's alone, just to chat. You feel relieved when Bradley opens the door. He's wearing nothing but a grey track pants. How could you fall for this giant? This guy who happens to be your brother's closest friend, who cannot be trusted due to his history. He's a bad boy, who changes girlfriends the same way he changes his underwear. He invites you in as you tell him you can't fall asleep. He offers you a drink. But before you can answer, he pulls you close to kiss you. You kiss him back as he presses your body against his. You and Bradley Lee make out. He carries you to his bedroom. You feel so flustered as he pulls off your sweater. You feel overwhelmed with his massive body on top of you. Large hands, large thighs, and an overwhelmingly large presence. He's rough and deep, and is turned on by every part of you.